Hey Fish fam, this is Nikachu Merfolk Master, and we are here with Simic Merfolk in Modern. Yeah, what can I say? Still playing Simic. Playing the Simic still helps me win at a competitive level. So if you love Merfolk as much as I do, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for the insights to the Merfolk Master. We won the die roll. This hand is either going to be really good or it's going to be really terrible. I say really terrible because we have a Chalice of the Void. It's really hit or miss against a lot of decks. In fact, most decks... It's good against the best decks in the format, but it's poor against decks that are not the best. Like if I play against humans, for example, this is going to be dead. We're up against Breeding Pool. If this is Infect, it'll be great. Okay, it's not bad against Amulet because we can go Chalice on 0 and force them to have a Primeval Titan in hand, because if they don't have a Primeval Titan in hand, they're in trouble. Yeah, it's also really bad against Merfolk. Now, given the board state, I think I'll start this off with a Chalice on 0. And pass. We actually have a pretty... I can be pretty satisfied with our hand. We have a pretty aggro start. We can play Smuggler's Copter, Lord of... Oh, God. So we just have to pray our opponent doesn't naturally have Titan in hand, because if they do, we're in a lot of trouble. But this Chalice on 0 forces them to have Titan in hand. This is how I made the top 8 in the challenge. I just played a Chalice on 0. They had nothing to do with it. They had nothing to beat it. Okay, Dryad of the Elysian Grove. So they have access to a lot of mana. Ancient Stirrings. Laplacian still remembers. That is the plan. Now we just have to make sure we can beat Valakuts. Karn the Great Creator. That's a tough one to beat. We might just be dead to Karn the Great Creator, to be honest. Or are we? Let's see what happens. Okay, so you can play a Breeding Pool. Oh, they have access to so much mana. They can like play a Karn and probably bridge on the same turn. The Hindsight Chalice on 1? I don't think so. I think I'm fine. Wow, look at all the land drops. To be honest, I don't know what our plan is against this Karn. Because it's just going to find... Alright, our opponent has access to like 1,000,000 mana every turn. And I have nothing for an Ensnaring Bridge in this deck because I'm... whoops! Okay, I made a huge mistake. I was supposed to put the Commander Speaker in play. Oh, they killed off my Chalice of the Void. Okay, so I've punted twice. Well, I have to play a Lord of Atlantis. We do have Island Walk because of the Dryad. Yeah, and also Karn can tick up to beat our Chalice. Okay, pass. We actually might have been in okay shape, because if I put the Commander Speaker in play and then attack for 5, Karn is only at 1. And then maybe they have nothing else, they can't search. I got pretty demoralized by how our opponent, like, ran out their hand here. And also, just getting rid of the Chalice might have been enough, because they might play Titan here and then crush us anyway. Karn, yeah, not only can it tick up on Kill Chalice, it absolutely did tick up and kill Chalice. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to yield through this turn. I have nothing I can do. They have like 1,000,000 extra land drops. But this is, let's be clear, this is a very unusual draw for our opponent. They have double Amulet of Vigor. I don't think this is... One Amulet is normal. Double Amulet is harder to achieve. Okay, I'm just going to concede. I'm not going to beat Primeval Titan that has these many amulets on the battlefield. So our sideboard plan is we're going to bring in the Force of Negation, bring in Dismember for the Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Sometimes it's good on the board because it gives us Island Walk, but very often it's enabling Valakut triggers, and that's the moment we want to kill it. I'm going to bring in a third Chalice of the Void. Very, very good in the card in the matchup, but if I fled out on it, it's not that good because you want to have Chalice on 0, and if you end up putting it on... If you have one on 0, you don't want to play the second one on 0. This version's playing with Karn and Ancient Stirrings, though, so maybe I want an extra one just to put on one. I'm still going to do it like that. Pithing Needle. Maybe I can bring this in just for Karn. So I don't want Spreading Seas because they can just bounce it with the Karoo land. Not in love with Silvergill Adept in these matchups either. But I don't want to go too low on creatures either. Honestly, I'm just going to hope they don't have Karn, or I can counter it. How much US dollars does a modern fish deck cost roughly? Depends on the build. You can get it for less than $100, but my competitive build is quite expensive because it runs all Ether Vials, all Chalice of the Voids, Force of Negations, like play sets and Cavern of Souls, play sets of like some of the more expensive cards in modern. So it's running like maybe $700, $800. Okay, I would love to go first. That hand was great. I'm not gonna lie, our hand was great. And it got ruined by that Karn the Great Creator. That starting hand in game one. I'm not in love with this hand, but it can counter a Summoner's Pack, so I'll keep it. Yeah, like that full Japanese Deprive, that's right. Our opponent mulligan to 6. Opponent mulligan to 5. I imagine if you're playing with like Karn the Great Creator and a bunch of other wacky stuff that you're probably going to have to mulligan aggressively if the hand doesn't match up. This is not a good Ether Vial hand because I still need another land for Copter and I don't want to put my Vial to 3 for Mare Regery, but it's still... I don't want to throw away a hand with Vial in interaction. Generally what happens is that when you win versus Amulet, it's because you were like more or less a control deck. You force negated a Summoner's Pack. They never got Titan on the battlefield. Yeah, you can have that. Their mana sucks. Pass. So we have a pretty decent control hand here. I can even counter a Karn and something else. I might force a negate to pitch a Mare Regery. Yeah. Keep a backup force. I can't beat Titan next turn. Maybe I should have put this on the board with the intention of pitching Merfolk Mistbinder to force a negation. So I'm not going to put this on the board for one more damage. I'm going to keep this in hand just in case I need a little something to beat. So Dryad can resolve. I can dismember that next turn. Ooh, Valakut's a little bit too much though. Well, you can only kill one creature. Oh, they're empty-handed. You need double green for this, so after I kill this thing, you don't even have green to cast a natural Titan from your hand. Okay, so all things considered, I'm okay. I'm okay with the position. I'm gonna throw away this to Smuggler's Copter. Okay, so let's... No, hold on, yeah, let's just do this. Let's attack and see what we got. Yeah, I gotta get rid of this command speaker. I don't have any green mana. I'm telling you, when you win against Titan, you have a lot of turns to win. You do have a lot of turns to win when you win against Titan. So long as you control the board properly. There's that damn Summoner's Pact. I really want to play the Silvergill Adept and eke out something, but... Okay, hold on. Here's the deal. Let's say you get a Titan. What can you do? You can't cast it with this mana, unless you have a green source in hand. Well, I mean, you can't play this card unless you definitely had it, though, right? Oh, forget it. They can just hard cast. They have to double green here. All right, force. Okay, draw me a random land. Because I do need to close this game out now. Or sorry, I want a random creature. It's not a random creature. Because I would like to crew and attack for 5 at the very least. Okay, Copter, do your work. Shit, Copter, you suck. Copter is good for recycling useless cards out of the deck. I mean, I understand they have like a lot of good cards that they can top deck, especially since they're playing Karn the Great Creator, but this goes over the top. They ticked up. And I can't close this game out. Well, we're dead. They can just mine us and get anything. Everything is a problem. They also have like 30 lands. Yeah, they have like 30 lands. Can't you top deck a land there? It's not even the top decking a land. I would just have preferred to have top decked a Lord. Or I would just have preferred with the Smuggler's Copter digging 2 cards deep into my deck, put a nice steady number of bodies on the battlefield. Well, I guess I gotta save my luck for the challenges because I don't have them in the leagues. I don't have them in the leagues today. It's okay. You win some, you lose some. Um, I think the Amulet matchup is relatively even. I think a version with Karn the Great Creator is obviously going to be harder because they've just got more bombs that they can just top deck and also more must force of negation targets. But I think overall, it was possible to just win when I stabilized with this copter, but we could not pull it through. That's okay. It happens. So we're going to, so for everyone watching live, we're going to keep playing, but for everyone on YouTube, that's the game for today. We're going to thank all my patrons and Twitch subscribers for supporting the channel. We're also going to thank our sponsors, themanabase.com and Mana Traders. This has been Nikachu playing with Simic Merfolk in Modern.